What's up, family? Welcome to another episode of Mediazewtv. And in this episode, we talk about how Jay Prince discovered Floyd Mayweather. Hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Let's go.
Who was your first major fighter, your first big fighter?
My first big fighter was Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Mayweather.
You know, I remember being attacked by the feds and like attacking my business every day. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, them guys was hating me so bad back then. They went through my hood and like, I think arrested over 100 and something people.
Ooh.
And it was then where I decided to diversify my portfolio versus getting up every morning to be harassed and going to my office or going to my hood to only be harassed. You know, I decided to build a boxing gym in Fifth Ward, you know, in my community, because I always say if I ever made it, I would build a boxing gym in the community. And I did that. And when I first, second, third day or whatnot, when I started going to that gym, witnessing those kids come in the gym, I decided, I'm like, yo, I love this, man. This is what I'm gonna do. And that's when I hit my knees. I remember I prayed for a champion. And I worked out I had a friend of mine that called Mike Tyson. I said, let Mike Tyson know that I want to meet with him. I want to work with him. I was that bold until I feel like, you know, I pray for something. All I have to do is step out on it, and it may come to fruition, right?
You ain't even hesitate that Mike didn't know you.
I didn't know the man. He didn't know me. You know what I mean?
But you said, I want to let Mike know I want to meet with him.
I want to meet with him. I want to be in business with Mike. Mike was the biggest back then. So my friend Tom, you know, Tom passed on now. He knew Mike, and he made the connection, and Mike accepted the meeting, and I came out here to Las Vegas and went straight to the gym. You know, I had been going to Mike fights for quite a few years, so I'm like really excited to walk into a sparring session where they like really chunking in there, and I'm just like, whoa, they going at it. So, you know what I mean? I'm a fan. I'm sitting there watching Mike trying to take this guy's head off, and in the midst of doing that, you know, Floyd, you know, walked, or he was in the gym too, and he walked over to me on a couple of occasions and like, yo, I know about Devin the Dude, Jay. You know, I know you rap a lot, woo-woo. Like, okay, I didn't know him, right? I had no idea who this kid was. So I'm like, in my mind, really, I'm like, yo, man, I'm trying to watch this sparring, man. You know? So bam, he came over again. Yo, Jay, if you know, decide to go somewhere tonight, woo-woo, it's my number, you know, call me, I'll come through and get you and all this kind of stuff, right? I'm like, cool, all right, little homie. So bam, afterwards, I go to Mike Tyson house, and Mike, you know, we have a conversation, and I shoot the spiel at Mike. Yo, I want to be on your team. And Mike was familiar with me. I didn't know. You know, Mike was familiar with the Ghetto Boys and the whole movement. So he was impressed with me being able to do my independent thing, and we had a conversation, one that I thought was a great conversation. He even got his wife on the phone at the time of, you know, I think the lady out of D.C. who he was married to, and got on the phone and told her, I want Jay Prince to be a part of my team. So I left that meeting, you know, that night really excited, feeling like, oh, man, God didn't answer my prayer. I'm gonna be with Mike, right?
Mike, yeah.
You know, the next day, I reached out, you know, to call Mike and to get back with Mike, and all the phones disconnected. You know, I couldn't reach him. Like, man, what didn't happen? You know what I mean? Like,
he switched it up on you?
It wasn't him. It was these other powers that be, I believe.
Okay.
So I couldn't reach him, so I'm like, man, we tried all day. Rolled by the gym, it's locked down. So I'm left with that number in my pocket. I'm like, yo, who is this dude? He said, oh man, that's Floyd Mayweather. He the lightweight champion of the world. Red light, you know, go off in my head. I'm like, whoa, I prayed for a champion. So long story short, man, within the next 2 weeks, I had done a contract with Floyd Mayweather and managed him for the next 4 years.